What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with some Destiny 2 news. Of course it is Thursday, so this week at Bungie is with us today, and we get a few updates about Destiny 2, including a new patch for the game that'll be dropping next week on December 8th. That'll include all of the next gen upgrades, but also a bunch of bug fixes and changes for the game, so fixes related to exotics in Beyond Light, some adjustments to Crucible collections, and the return of the Prophecy Dungeon with Pinnacle drops. So we'll get the details about that update, plus the return of Iron Banner for the first time this season. But also Bungie give us a preview of the armor for the Dawning this year, and they'll be giving out some extra previews over the next few days as part of their Game to Give charity incentives. So we're going to touch on all of that stuff, as well as a couple of additional updates in this video, guys. If you do enjoy it, a rating below very much helps us out. But now, let's get into it. First up today, before we talk about any of Bungie's TWAB stuff, they have given out some previews for upcoming Dawning armor for 2020, and these are some of the Game to Give milestones that Bungie have got going on for the charity incentive at the moment. And so we can see, initially, we've got the Titan set, or the ornament concept art, should I say, but of course since Bungie are showing this off, this is basically the version that we're going to get in the game. Obviously that pretty typical Dawning theme, but certainly very shiny stuff right there. We also get a look at the Warlock set right here as well. Really hoping these will be as shiny in-game. Give us your thoughts on the armor pieces down below. We should mention that Bungie have additionally said that they plan to share more upcoming rewards as Game to Give donation incentives, so that'll include the Dawning Hunter armor at 750k, and a reveal for a Dawning 2020 Legendary reward at 1 million, plus guest lore readings for every additional 100k. That legendary item they refer to could potentially be the new fusion rifle, Chalibian, if that's how you say it, but the one that Jinza shared the other day, in the form of a high-impact frame fusion rifle. And so be sure to check out the Bungie Foundation charity page. Once again, very impressive efforts from the community on this one so far. And again, if any of you guys can show support to that, the links and information will be down below. Next though, moving into the TWAB section, Bungie talk about the update that's going to be dropping next week on Tuesday, December the 8th. So, as we mentioned initially, one of the big things about this update for next-gen console players is that the next-gen improvements for Destiny 2 are going to be launching inside of that patch. So, things like 60 FPS or higher, field of view, full 4K support and all of those things are going to go live on Tuesday, if you're lucky enough to currently own one of those next-gen consoles, that is. However, there will be some other changes to the game as well. So initially Bungie say that the Prophecy Dungeon will be returning to D2 on December 8th as well. This endgame activity is free to all players. Powerful rewards may be earned from each checkpoint once per week, and players may complete this dungeon once per week to obtain a Pinnacle Power reward. Plus, previously featured weapon and armor rewards are available once more. And I'm guessing caps and things like that will have been updated on those armor drops to keep them relevant moving forward. Either way, Prophecy will be back with Pinnacle drop, which is pretty cool. But there are also going to be changes to some Beyond Light exotics as well. Nothing kind of super major, but some bug fixes and quality of life stuff. So for Icefall Mantle, they fixed a bug where the mantle's description did not mention the slow field that it generates when activated. For Mask of Bakris, they've improved the readability of the visual effects when another player wearing Mask of Bakris shifts directly towards you. And they've updated the description string for the perk to correctly describe its damage bonus, which applies only to combatants and affects all arc weapon damage and damage against slowed or encased enemies. But they've also fixed a problem with that, where the damage bonus was applying to players who are slowed or encased in Crucible or Gambit. Some interesting changes there. And then for Necrotic Grip, they fixed the problem where being killed by the effects of the exotic would show as being killed by the architects. There will be some changes for collections and Crucible, so badges and armor in collections correctly select the player's class. They fixed an issue where the UI would forget which page the player was on after previewing an item in collections, and a bug where some new armor mods had incorrect sources listed. And then for the Crucible, they've updated the Mercy rule for Control and Clash to prevent it from triggering too early in the match, resolved a problem where the Survivor medal could be awarded to players who were defeated during the round, and another where the Untouchable medal could not be earned. And from there, we get some changes for the Destiny Companion app and for Bounties. So beginning next week, players may acquire Bounties from Destiny 2 vendors using the Destiny Companion app. And Bounties may only be acquired when players are offline, in orbit, or in the tower. This will be introduced through a Companion app update, which is planned for December 8th as well. And so it's kind of useful functionality right there. We can at the very least grab bounties without having to go from one destination to the tower, although we'll still have to go to orbit, or not actually be playing the game at the time. But I think this is paving the way for another update that Bungie have spoken about, which is the general ability to acquire bounties in different ways without having to visit all of those vendors. And they did previously say they're hoping to include that as a feature that's kind of in the UI of the game, or something more fully fleshed out, but it's something that'll be coming down the road. So probably an update kind of attached to a future update there. And then there are new light fixes as well, where subclass quests where Ikora's waypoint was suppressed. Veteran players with duplicate characters were blocked from acquiring their subclasses. Pursuits not granting experience, and some gameplay fixes, and they fixed the problem where the waypoint on the exotic archive vendor carries on flashing for players who own all of the exotics in the game. And so that is the update we'll be getting next Tuesday, and it should be rolling out at the weekly reset time, 9 AM PST, 1700 UTC, which of course is 5 PM in the UK, on Tuesday. And also in the TWAB, Bungie did outline additional download requirements and sizes for folks who are getting the next gen upgrades, because of course there'll be additional textures and things like that required. And so I definitely recommend checking out the TWAB, just to get an idea of what those downloads could look like depending on your platform. Here though, Bungie talk about the return of the Iron Banner. Also coming back on the 8th of December, Lord Saladin will be back in the tower, offering Iron Banner bounties with pinnacle powered rewards. We will be getting 2 weapons from the first year of D2 right there, so we can see the Steady Hand and the Guiding Sight have been updated, as well as the Iron Will armor set making its return. I know there is some disappointment about seeing reprised weapons and armor for the Iron Banner right there, although it will be a good source for pinnacle power of course. And once again, returns at 9 AM on December 8th, running up until December 15th. Also interesting in the TWAB, but Bungie posted some raid day 1 stats, and for unique raid activity clears, getting a comparison across a bunch of raids here, but Last Wish had 4, Garden of Salvation 551, with Deepstone Crypt getting 29,814. Very big difference between all of those raids there, and we can see additional stats for those launches in the first 10 days. Deepstone Crypt having a massive 258,000 completions in this first 10 days. But also they point out that over 979,000 Guardians have unlocked the Lament quest since it went live. So just interesting to get a few different stats there. And as always, give us any of your thoughts about them down below. But otherwise in TWAB for the moment, no additional updates about Trials of Osiris just yet. So obviously it looks to be a little while longer before that one's going to come back. Finally though, a couple of extra roundups since there was some speak about the Dawning. Some players did say, don't make me take Dawning treats to Shorhan. Of course he maybe feels a little bit like an outsider from the last city for some folks. And Cosmo said, please be nice to the new guy. And it looks like we will indeed be dropping holiday gifts to some of the new vendors, so we can see Shorhan has an unnamed item there. We also got one for Varix and the Crow. Although strangely enough in the database right now, we don't see one for the Stranger. Of course we might see one once we get the update for the Dawning, but it'd be curious if we didn't. So just a random shout regarding more of the Dawning stuff for this year. But guys, for today, that's what we have to round up inside of the video. So as always, give us all your thoughts on what Bungie has spoken about today, as well as those little previews for the event starting in a couple weeks' time. Recently, Bungie did post a Season Pass trailer for Season of the Hunt, so if you haven't seen that and you want to check it out, a little teaser for Hawkmoon in there as well. We'll run that before the outro. But otherwise guys, as always, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and if you have, a rating below really does help us out. Also feel free to get subscribed so I can keep you posted on the world of Destiny 2. But otherwise, for now, I hope you guys have an awesome day.